Yo guys, what's up? Previously we talked about the American mission of liberating West Normandy, completed by June 14, 1944, with the Cotentin Peninsula as the next target for the USA and Commander Omar Bradley. Things became rather unpleasant for the citizens of South England and London. The Germans had seen the annihilation of their V-2 rocket base and were left with nothing but V-1 flying bombs in North France. On June 15th and 16th, about 220 German V-1 bombs were launched at Great Britain, with 73 successful hits. Even Hitler was very surprised to see this 33% success ratio, turning the V-1 into a super efficient means to bomb the enemy without losing planes or pilots. The US troops discovered large caches of V-1 bombs as they reached the west coast of the Cotentin, as well as a V-2 installation in Brix. By the time the city of Cherbourg was reached, the German defenses were trapped like rats and had already started to demolish the port. On June 22nd, an American assault was carried out, and 3 days after that, Allied ships raided the last remaining Cherbourg fortifications. Lieutenant General von Schlieben, the commander of the Germans stationed at Cherbourg, even surrendered 1 day before his own men surrendered to the Americans. It is still seen today as one of the most embarrassing moments in German war history. The reason why the men gave up was a bluff call from USA, claiming that there were thousands of them waiting to unleash hell. The Anglo-Canadians had been concentrating on linking all the beachheads before carrying out a Caen offensive, but had seen the worst storm in 40 years over the North Sea between June 19th and 23rd. However, a good month after D-Day, Operation Charnwood began. On July 8th and 9th, the suburbs and city center to the north of the Orne River were liberated. Operation Atlantic took place between July 18th and 20th and saw the Canadian liberation of the south of the Orne River and the suburbs of Caen. The city of Caen had been completely demolished, and it took the French until the 1960s to properly rebuild it. During Operation Atlantic, USA had liberated the city of Saint-Lô on July 19, but there was still a long way to go for the US troops to link up with the Anglo-Canadians. Since the start of June 1944, also the Pacific War saw a few more offensives. Saipan was the main target, with large bombing campaigns and an invasion on ground, and the Battle of the Philippine Sea resulted in a Japanese loss of 200 airplanes. Burma was attacked by the Allies late June, and also the Soviets had started a new campaign on June 22nd called Operation Bagration in Belarusia, the heaviest defeat for the Wehrmacht yet in the entire war. The largest battle in the Nordic countries began on June 25th with the Battle of Tali-Ihantala against the Finnish Axis members. Minsk in Belarusia was liberated early July, and Majdanek was the very first Polish termination camp that was liberated by the Soviets. However, a loss at the Narva front in Estonia and a halt on the Tannenberg defensive line were unavoidable. A German defense between July 25th and August 10th, under command of Felix Steiner, resulted in a tactical victory for Germany at the Tannenberg line. By then, the Anglo-Canadians had liberated Caen, and Field Marshal von Kluge committed suicide because of that. Even Hideki Tojo had resigned as Japanese Prime Minister after Tokyo had been bombed for the second time in World War II. See you on the next one, guys. Peace.